Hello, and welcome to another Monday Morning Nuggets episode. It doesn't have to be a Monday or a morning as you're listening to this, but the name is what the name is. I'm Becca, and here I share quick tips to help reshape your mindset and reinforce a healthy perspective. Side note, a healthy perspective is key, especially when dealing with challenges and staying motivated to keep doing your best. So sit back, enjoy the episode, take notes, and let's dig deep. Today, I'm exploring the concept of failure, what it really means, why it's essential in the journey to success, and how you can overcome it to reach new heights. Now, let me start by asking, what is failure? Some people define it as falling short of a goal or not achieving what you set out to do. But I prefer to look at failure as a lesson. It's an opportunity to grow and get closer to success. Now, failure teaches me resilience or has taught me resilience. I don't see it as an enemy to be avoided anymore, but rather a necessary part of my success story. And to be honest, success isn't about never failing, it's about refusing to stay down when you do. Why is my voice cracking? So, people really aren't interested in how many times you failed. All they care about is how you succeeded in the end. And if you follow a lot of, I don't think I know any successful person that I'm motivated by that did not have any form of failure in their backstory. Like there's always something they tried, it didn't work, they tried again, they re strategized, and it's brought them to where they are. Now, when you keep falling and getting back up, that is where your strength truly lies. And it's not about avoiding failure, it's about how you rise after each fall. And that's what resilience is, you know. That ability to just keep going no matter how many times you stumble. And it's not easy. And I'm just saying it like, yeah, you just get yourself back up. It's not easy, but then you must keep your eye on the prize. So I feel failure isn't bad. In fact, it's part of your journey or the journey to success. So let me not say your journey. Yeah, and if you think about it this way, considering that every time you fail, you're learning something new, you'll be kinder to yourself, you'll be less judgmental, you'll be less pressurizing. And when you see it as just simply gaining insights into what works and what doesn't, it makes life a whole lot more digestible. Now, I have a deep respect for people who fail, but then pick themselves up and try again over and over and over again, because it takes a lot of courage to start something and then it fails. It takes great strength to continue at that thing, and it takes immense determination to finish strong. So, I want to talk about what I feel you need to overcome failure. First and foremost, your mindset. You know how big I am on mindset and perspective. So, yeah, your mindset is really important. The key to not giving up is your mindset, because it all starts in the mind. A positive mindset can transform the way you view failure, and instead of seeing it as a dead end, you see it as a stepping stone, a necessary pit stop on the road to success. And your mindset makes you stand out and it makes you aspire for more, even in the face of setbacks. And it makes people wonder, just be like, oh, with what has happened to you, with everything that's happened to you, how are you still able to smile? How are you still able to pick yourself up? It just makes people curious about you. And then that curiosity makes you feel like, do you know what? Maybe I'm on the right path. Let me just keep trying at this thing. So I said, first thing you need is a mindset shift, right? Now, second thing is resilience. Now, you hold the power to decide what failure represents to you. It's your choice whether failure holds you back or pushes you forward. And when you pick yourself up and try again, you are taking control of your journey, you are being resilient, and no one else can do that for you. People can advise you like I'm doing or make suggestions like I'm doing, but no one can run your race for you. No one can give you success. You have the key. You have all the buttons to push. And I feel success is often the result of repeated failures followed by perseverance and a willingness to adapt your strategy each time. Now, point number 3. Ooh, what was that sound? Taking responsibility for your journey. Now, in this instance, I'm talking about your life, your successes, and even your failures. You need to take responsibility. As much as you want the accolades for when you have that success story, you've gotten to that goal, it's important that you take responsibility for what happens to you even when you fail. Now, excuses might feel like a way out, but they will ultimately limit you. Blaming others might make the pill of failure easier to swallow, but what you're doing is giving someone else the key to your progress. Now, why would you want anyone to have that much control over you? Now, when you take full ownership of your life, you gain control over your direction, you call the shots, and you realize that there are no external dependencies holding you back. It's all up to you. So even in light of things that are out of your control, your response to those things is within your control. Your next steps is within your control. So don't give anybody power over you. Now, point number 4, overcoming limiting beliefs. So, of course, fear and self-doubt are natural, but they can also be your greatest obstacles. Just like I mentioned with, taking responsibility or not taking responsibility also limiting you. Fear and self-doubt can limit you and be obstacles to your growth. And the only way to break through is to confront your doubts head on. Overcoming limiting beliefs is crucial in achieving your dreams. And every time you challenge your fears, you build more resilience and confidence. And remember, resilience is number 2 on our recipe of overcoming failure. So you need to, and it's kind of connected to changing your mindset. So reassessing what your beliefs are and the threshold of your doubts, it's all part of the package. But so I'm saying it in various ways, various words. Now, finally, and I don't want to say most importantly, but this is really important, self-discipline. This is another critical element of combating failure. And I can yap on and on and on and on about your mindset, about resilience, about taking responsibility, about overcoming your limiting beliefs and doubts, and it would mean absolutely nothing. In fact, I might as well be hitting a cymbal and just making noise rather than talking, because none of the other principles would work without discipline. Now, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when nobody is watching and nobody is noticing. Because over time, these things compound. Discipline over time compounds. And think of discipline like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. And as you stay consistent, you find yourself not only achieving your goals, but also building the character and fortitude necessary to tackle even bigger challenges. Ugh, that was a mouthful. But yeah, you get my point. Discipline is really important. Now, why am I emphasizing failure so much? Like, why do I think you need to normalize failure or accepting failure or rolling with failures as they come? Is because I feel real growth happens outside your comfort zone. But that's exactly where you're most likely to experience failure. But I want you to see it as okay, it's just part of the process, and that's where the magic begins, from that failure. So if you start seeing obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, you become more enthusiastic about tackling them head on. And I don't want to speak for too long, so I'm going to end with a famous line by Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Now, it took him thousands of attempts before he succeeded. And when he was asked, there's this famous line that, well, I believe everybody knows. So he says, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Full stop. Now, this kind of mindset is what differentiates those who eventually succeed from those who give up. So it's not that they never fail, it's just that they never stop trying. And I'm going to stop there. And I hope you have a lovely week ahead. And you don't let your failures limit you. You don't let your failures stop you from striving for more. And you don't let your failures cloud your judgment and make you feel less. Because every success story has a failure embedded somewhere deep down inside. So, bye.